Okay, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure for big Sierra Leoneans and interact and talk to them because the essence of traveling itself and living in another space, way different from the geographical area, like war education. You learn so much, but without knowing. And for Una, we don't a big thing for we, because we know say the good is within Namna Bukego. For Kanlan, the one that we live now. There are so many things that we need to do for our country to grow. And then think that now we no more get for the data. Now this make even when Madam they talk about Dr. Kande, and the same story I say you can go be head of UN, you need to renewable energy. If we not bring renewable energy in a salon, if we not get to young energy access, I say me for me down the knowledge, you know the nothing. That make today you don't join me. So the invitation is there. Not necessarily for say we get space we go, but what we try for do is so big in so many respects that we need everybody. Last year I think, we interacted with some of the students that will be there. Yes, and it's always a pleasure because the one day when they go to school, the one day when they go to university, and then get for go back. The one day when you don't know, so they're not ready for grades. They have many hours away, but they still don't know, the day for us. But of course, just being here, I don't learn so much. You know, when the chairman they talk about transfer of skills, you know, technology. There are a lot of things where Kenya is way ahead of. And Adenaya for this climate change summit in Africa, the first organized by Africans, because we feel so important. And of course, the leader Naya, President Ruto, gave a special invitation today at the day with them, you know, for launch a very beautiful initiative. And before they, he's so proud of waiting. We did do that part of Africa. He tell them, say, waiting not help me do I want to make a understand. So waiting we basically the try for do information so that obscurity will we don't go into. Almost to the point that people don't forget about we, especially when we size small. We for do big things then, good things then. We for make we stand out. We for make other countries they respect we. You know, in the past 5 years, a lot don't happen in Salon. But like how Madam said, you know the death fire you sabi. And plenty things a day, a lot of people not know. But we don't begin emerge again. That country once known for, the worst country for corruption, maternal mortality rate, and all the other ills of society, it's not the same today. You see, we will apply for go like the UN Security Council. Out of 192, now 188 vote for we for going to the Security Council in the non-permanent category. Life expectancy don't change in Asalo from 53 to 61 in 5 years. The number of women the way they die, maternal mortality per bomb business don't reduce by 60%. Why are the point and small thing there? Now for me, we all know say we can do them. We can do them. Not a governor will get to it, my governor will get to. I meet him before. And they ask everybody. You know, the beauty, as I would in I think like you said I'm a day government, but I want to demand to my place. I don't know if the chairman, you know. Is that chairman? But you can hear me strong. You get to so young fella, so I think so. You get Madame Madingo, you get the ambassador, I think it's a full attorney. And of course, you get another Madingo that's like. Now the beauty is, there is no reason for we cling on to them ethnic cards and regional things that they help. It doesn't work. The salon too small. We are a good people. They still talk saying, now we get the highest IQ in Africa, but we need to still work together for not achieve what we want for them. One of the best guy the way to do robotics in South Africa, and from Sierra Leone. I don't try to forget him back for make it go back. But you know the facility for me able continue. They make the progress we make. But Sierra Leoneans then they stand out. So always what they try for do and for inspire we in different ways then. You talk about agriculture. Why I talk say feed salon? We have no reason to import a lot of things then. We will import. Rice in particular. The other day they broke by Abbas. They say Abbas don't know. I said that is not my business. Because once the bomber did, if you say Abbas, they don't pass out. Yeah, I'm not saying. I know the activist you said it. That is the aroma. Why wait till they go now to the level they full of place. When I make me say pizza salon, where he wants Abbas to go, he go black time. Now listeners. Now we don't experiment them. We dey grow up. We don't begin growing up. We dey scale them up. Inside salon. We able to produce all of them in there. Not only for feed research, but also for make we able to sell and get money. We want buy a bus, you sell money overseas. We want buy rice, you sell money overseas. We want tomato, you sell money overseas. If we calculate how much we don't send overseas from who get independence, who for don't take care of ourselves, not just small money that one. And yet, with the grumble say, we are poor. We have to be poor. Because everything else will get, plus we send money out. We know they do that thing, we for make to get money from outside. Now we the same. So that rest business, where I don't say, the bomber, no man, no the joke. Even in Kenya, I don't say that they joke with the bomber. I don't start doing that for the rest. We forgrown. We able grown. And the challenge that we say, one of and the many things that we for do now is seed. You know, I've been talked to primary chiefs I think 5 days ago, you know, and all the time the same seed within the plant, and then they keep some the plant back. It's not the work. But we don't get experiment with one group where don't go salon, where they produce at least 7 tons per hectare inside salon. We mean say we can do it because that is almost the average around the world. Now Vietnam, where they produce. When a corn we can able to do up to 8 tons per hectare inside salon. So if we do the calculation very quickly, in 2 years, if we do the necessary arrangements, we get the right seeds, the other inputs, the fertilizer and machinery, and we able to develop the land, and we able to keep all farmers there. Then quality seeds where they yield very high, we able to feed ourselves. But with technology, we still believe, you know, that same old rest, to tell you one day when Grandpa be left, now still they keep now the land, they will put them back. So inside salon, at the moment, the average farmer, 1.5 ton per hectare. We don't broken back now 1.5. When the average farmer in Vietnam, they get 7 tons. Now the same piece of land. So you don't see the difference. This one, if you do even 50 hectares, you'll be able to get something for it, and you'll be able to sell and get disposable income. Whereas the one in salon, not for each no more. So we need for do plenty things there. Now then we don't look into. We don't say now. I even talked to the primary chief. I said one of the biggest things that we need for do now for make sure say the land available, because we go salon, the land tenure system, forget up to 2,000. We need over 100,000 hectares who for put on that cultivation. But forget a small piece of land inside salon, extremely difficult. Freetown, impossible. Upline, difficult. And Freetown, of course, now we get landed, we the care cutlass go, you get so because that one landed now, oh my God, my fights get them. So we're like the bigger cutlass, and I finish with the whole thing. We don't, so we get too many problems there. Land now one big problem. So I tell them, I say, we're not a primary Tuesday. Now this one go rest, no feed we said. We're not go find the land for me. We're not forgive rest, we're not forgive land. So we don't begin the assignment. Dr. Yonkela and the others, I don't tell them, say, we don't want excuse. By 2027, 28, we forget to young Obama. Also, we want to eat our money, we eat our afternoon, we take some back and let's early morning, we get it for rest. But truly speaking, we don't make some progress, but things are hard. If anybody tells you things are not difficult, what I said within know the world, things are extremely difficult. And besides the imported inflation, the things they will divide, even we selling the commodity price don't go up. So by the time in the region that they go through custom and everything, it just shoot up further. Then that don't affect with exchange rate. It has been under pressure continuously. So things are tough. We don't want to say everything is rosy out there. But we will be strong enough for continue with the same way. And I'm sure with time and consistency in terms of effort level, we will be able to deal with them problems in there. And that make, we know they claim monopoly over information and ideas and solutions to the perennial problems that we'll get. Everybody is invited. If you don't get onto me, you will get onto somebody else. Explain how you feel say this problem where government they try to solve, where they know able to solve, you able to solve it, or you have it, you have the way out. It's always acceptable. Me, that's how I operate. Because when we are under pressure, I reach now at 1 o'clock this morning, you get for work till up before people they all throughout the day. So then they can say, hey, look up by the sleep, they don't know what to do. I don't sleep 3, 4, but I never go work in the morning, and I still work. In fact, I get another big appointment after this one I have, but I've been just physically necessary for me. And the strategic relationship we want to get with Kenya, I think we have. We don't start with the former leadership and it will continue, and in fact, it is heightened because they self recognize that yes, we don't do certain things that we admire, we salute, and therefore there is a closer relationship than it was before. So some of the issues they talk about in terms of, I think if we articulate them, we can able to lay the right office them, and we can able to get the support. In agriculture, where they do extremely well. In climate change issues, they do extremely well. The other time we at the third, they say, if almost money Kenya they make flour no more. It's unbelievable. Just flour. Because some man not can understand. I said they can't really rain and salon. They can land, now only 15% of the arable land will get na salon now they use 90 other cultivation. The other one on grass. That's true. But forget that grass day. You see, you want to go plant something. That's why they can charge you, so can't charge. So now that kind of scenario now want to change. So there are many things, and I appreciate the fact that we get business people among them. I don't know why why for send money for me for difficult. Now they are telling me for declaring because Mrs. Foreman will send money for me. Human capital. As we all know, human capital is so important. For me, yes, we get diamond, gold, Salomon. You give a long list of the things that we'll get. But for me, I thought the most important capital we'll get in any country. Now we the human being. Now we the maker, now we the player. And you know, the most important thing we will do is, even we in leadership and many others, now for admission, all down left don't go to look for now for we can back. Not say, oh, me not be no. Some of the bad things that really happen as well, not to just government people. You have ordinary people. If we don't talk to free quality education, we see teachers in the dread picking. My school don't pay all the money. We don't buy textbook for the teacher, teaching and learning material for the teacher. We don't buy textbook for the picking. They steal the driver. One instance where we come to be noticed now, one way they drive, where the mama and daddy don't die. They beat her and then the driver. I mean, so that they not a minister. Now we say that's possible. You know if now in daddy not just teacher or in daddy not just policeman or ordinary farmer, but because you want that little money from her, get that. We are being cruel and we do certain things that we're not there. So we all get for acceptable fault. And why I've been giving just the gist of the good things that we don't happen as salon, and for people who don't say, we have to solve them. Corruption not doing it too. But with the anti-corruption new act that we don't put in the effort, then we don't move 19 spaces. Now, the MCC will be the rate 2 for, like during the APC time, will be rate 3, the highest will be on 49, now we go as far as 83%. That means we get independent international bodies where they monitor what they do. So not always here the team about the talk now anymore. You get data where they should support everything we are not, anything we are not saying we don't do. We don't free up the political space. When I know the death penalty, even in the US they free for Poland. They still have it. They still kill people. But that is human right. We now we slap you and they say you don't abuse the human right. So we don't do plenty things there for make my salon stand apart. So they invite everybody for making an effort. The student themselves will not say, because students they always the group. They always want something. So we therefore see how they help for making they go before. It's hard, but now we get for blood. Now a generational challenge. Every country they make effort for changing your narrative. We have started. Things are moving. A lot of kids then in school. Even when they with the spy pass man. There's a young guy, I think 2 weeks ago, a week ago, who sent one video to me. I see him before I come. I see him with him that in I come here, he's a very smart little guy. That became the talk English, he was in London and come out. I come here, they go school. I come here, they go school. Your mama not in the house. Your daddy not get nothing. That became he read the talk show. I call him, I say, why you say that? He said, we they go study for campus, they can't begin read, Where the terminal say, Bible, not to the government working Bible. Teacher, I need to work in class, teacher. Teacher, they read the answer there. So we all get for, because it's one thing for make pronouncement policy, it's another thing for getting a buy-in, whether in or out of the country, and for make it succeed. Like all the things that we try for do until we get to a buy-in, it will not work. The big 5 they talk about fix alone. But that day until I had the only one women and then they grumble about it. No previous knowledge about that. We get formations in the machine where they run the public sector and the civil servant. Today are you reading? How do they components between them? Principal. I like that name there. You know when you tell somebody say permanent? No, that's what they do like this, When you say minister, but that's like, time, now we don't know, we smoke out now. When they find them, the minister confused, you know, we do not see, so now for 6 months, they pull out. I need to know, I go there for my permanent section. You know what, you're really well. I said, we go change that. So we basically they say, I think it is not easy. Things are tough. The world is tough. But we not forget any excuse. The little way they do now, you call now your area, the specialty, it makes alone the change. When we don't get new airport, some people will say, nah, it is a really can't do nothing. They let me call it, they go walk the footpath, and the elevator. We know who fake we serve. We need for, these are things we need for long ago. So at the big when I genuinely, in different ways, then when I get a high commissioner, we I hope to engage fully. When I don't say we mission I not it. So it takes time to establish the normal connections and know how which one I could do. But the government fully support me. The president fully support me. I believe you see they forgive some wildlife. How to keep them in Africa no more. We don't go far without it. At least so we will see lion, we will see other things. For me, don't go eat more. I don't we don't do small farm. But we don't go far with that anyway. And our sanctuary said we will be, when we go watch the true, like I just one day at the edge of town. So I tell my place, thank you, happy for being with you now and for sharing this moment with you now. But therefore, excuse me because I got another big allergy where for this thing. And I think they will run away from me. So make that happen now first. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for inspiring hope, for encouraging us, and for reminding us that we can do it as Sierra Leoneans. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, His Excellency and Madam First Lady will take group photo with 3 sets of people. First, professionals, experts. Second, business community. And third, students. Please, they ask all the professionals, experts, please just come up as fast as you could. Please. Thank you. Thank you, business. Business community.
But the mistake when I did it, normally they could do introductions, so that way they capture some name and places. When we get started.
Business community leader.
5.
If not, students be in readiness, please. Students?
Yeah, I see the student there. Student. Now they come.
Okay, business? How many? Oh, the one business? Yes. Okay.
Give me.
Other Sierra Leoneans who are not students? Yes, please. Yes, now do one quick.
Go before the
Finally, students.
The student there.
Can we have the staff of the bishop, please? Staff of the bishop. Ladies and gentlemen, please can we rise as His Excellency? We will do the national anthem again, the first stanza, the closing anthem. 2, 3, go. I will exalt thee, Ram of the free. Praise is the Lord we have for thee. Family united.
land. We raise up our hearts and our voices on high, the hills and the valleys.